good morning. Right off the bat, I dropped stuff off of my table. Wow. Um, good morning. Welcome back. Happy Sunday, guys. Thank you for joining me today for the weekly Zodiac reading. I'm going to go through Aries through Pisces like I do every Sunday and talk about what you can expect this upcoming week. But I'm just going to take a few minutes to shuffle my cards and get my table ready and chat with you guys. I see I have 58 of you in here already. So, hey, what's up? Say hello to me. Welcome. If you're new, welcome. I've got a lot of new people. I hit my goal of 80,000. That was my goal this week. And so I hit it on Friday. Yay! And look, I'm already up 2,000 just since Friday. So that was like a day ago, 2 days ago. So yeah, the page is growing so much more quickly this year, it seems. But I really appreciate it. And if you've shared my name or my videos or, you know, told someone about me, I love you so much for that. Obviously, I want to hit 100,000 before my 2-year anniversary. So my channel will have been live for 2 whole years in October, the end of October this year. So I'm how many months away? We got most of June, July, August, September. So I've got 4 good months. We'll get it. We'll get it. But I said when I hit 80, I'm going to do a giveaway. So I'm going to give away one item from my merchandise shop. So you can click on my merchandise shop below and you can get either a hoodie or a t-shirt or a tank top with your tarot card and astrology sign printed on it in any of the colors that are available. And I will ship it directly to you. So I have to think of a fun way to play this so that I'm truly picking randomly. So I think how we did this last time, Shaylee, is I had you pick a number. And then whoever guesses it first in the chat gets it. So for free merchandise, we're going to pick. All right, so it's got to be expansive. We got 118 people in here, 120. All right, so Shaylee, shoot me a number on private message between 100 and 123. Can you do that? As soon as she shoots me a number, then you can start guessing. Shaylee, are you still in here? Send me a number in Facebook Messenger, between any number between 1 and 123, Shaylee, and that's the number I'm going to go with. All right, start guessing. Whoever gets it first. And go. Any number between 100 and 123. I don't see it yet. Keep guessing. Nope. Nope. Ooh, close. Nope. Keep going. Oh, there you go. D. Rogers. D. Rogers. 114. That was the number. Hey, so D. And thank you for everybody for playing. It's always fun to give free stuff away. Somebody already got it. D. Rogers, email me your address and your shirt size and what you want out of my shop, and I will ship it to you. So my email address is tarottimewithdana1@gmail.com. It's also on my about page, and also my email is listed in the description box below. And when I get your information, I will send it to you. And congratulations. How fun was that? And thank you guys. When I get to 90,000, I'll do it again. When I get to 100,000, I'll probably give away a free reading, a free personal reading via Skype. So I appreciate all of the love and support. Thank you for showing up and continuing to support my page. Oh my God, I got to tell you guys a funny story and then I'm going to get started. So my son is really into TikTok right now, okay? So he's been trying to convince me to do TikTok. because it's easier to get views on TikTok because the videos are so short. The way it counts views is different than how it counts it on YouTube. So like the equivalent of 10,000 views on YouTube would be like 50,000 on TikTok, just because of the way that they calculate it. So he's like, Mom, this is a great way to continue to grow, whatever, whatever. And he's young, so he's into this new age stuff. And I tried it. I was really resistant to it. And so yesterday I was like, okay, I'm going to do like a quickie tarot read, just see how it goes. I had it up for like 4 hours. And I don't know why, but and nothing went wrong. You know, people started to follow me there, but I couldn't make myself do it. And I deleted my account like 4 hours later. Yeah. I don't know why. I just can't get into it. I cannot get into it. To me, like, what value does a 60-second reading have other than just to give you enough, like to pull you in? Like, I don't feel like that provides value to the spiritual community. That's just my personal opinion. But I'm like, why am I going to spend all my time making these videos when that's not what I want? That's not the purpose of why I'm doing this. The purpose of why I'm doing it is to connect longer than 60 seconds. And so anyways, he's awesome though on TikTok. And I honestly don't remember what his TikTok name is. Otherwise, I would tell you. But I'll link it down below. Now, he knows how to do it right. So his is all about fashion because my son loves fashion. And he literally makes his own clothes, which is something I didn't teach him. He was just born with that. I never taught him how to use a sewing machine. He taught himself. But he's really into designer shoes and stuff. So his TikTok is all about like showing off his collection. And he's got a lot of views over there. His first video got 44,000 views. So he's pretty popular on TikTok. But he's the right age for it. So it's a much younger population. He's 19. He's 19. But his name is Devin. I honestly don't. He'll kill me because I'm sure he wants me to plug his TikTok, but I don't know what his username is. I think it's Duciano. Duciano. I don't know. Duceono or E. I think that's his username. Anyways, if you're looking for my TikTok account, I took it down because it didn't feel in alignment with what I want to do. But will I come back to it later? Maybe. It's really growing in popularity. But for me, for tarot, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not that great at like dancing and singing along to videos, and that seems to be what the rest of TikTok is about. So I'll leave it to the experts. I'll just stick with YouTube. So I got some new cards. Thank you to my Carmen, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you're older than 30, it might not feel in alignment. That is true. And, you know, I get statistics for my YouTube, and my statistics my age ranges are from 25 to 65, with the majority being between the ages of 30 to 45. So because you have to think about it too. In order to understand tarot and spirituality, you have to be somewhat far along in your journey. You have to have enough experience to need it, to want it. Not that you can't be an old soul in a young body, so I don't want to deter my young viewers, because you can definitely need it before then. But most people don't arrive to the idea of spirituality until a little bit later in life. But like I said, you can be spiritual at any age. When I was 16, I was reading spirituality books. You know, I was always interested in it. So never too late. All right, so these cards I got from Carmen over the weekend. Thank you. She surprised me with them, so I'm going to use them today. They're very descriptive. They're kind of new to me, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to use that for your energy. If you know who Abraham Hicks is, she's one of my favorite spiritual guides. or mediums, I should say. But channels, she'd prefer that. But she has cards, and I also got these gifted to me this week. So cool, by my husband. And so I'm going to use those as the overall, and then I'm going to use these light seers for the person you're dealing with. Okay. So this is Abraham Hicks. Into the Vortex, I believe is the name of it. This is Light Seers, for those of you who want to know. And I don't know what my new one is. Tarot of Dreams is this one. So yes. Happy Sunday. I hope it's a good week for all of you. I'm asking for the highest messages for all of you that are drawn to be here with me today. Thank you for helping to grow my channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all of the love. Make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram if you want additional goodies. If not, then that's cool. I'm just happy you're here. And let's get started. So this is Sage, in case you're wondering. Yes. So, Aries. Oh, and I know that you guys like to know what books I'm reading. So I finished the book I showed you last week, which was Top 10 Things Dead People Want to Tell You. It was a very interesting book written by a medium. So I started reading a new book this week, which I'm now almost done with, and it's called Communication with the Souls. And it's about channeling your higher guides, your higher self, and it was very fascinating. So that's the name of the one I'm reading now, if you want to check it out. That's the title of it. I don't remember who wrote it, and I don't have it in front of me. But, yep. Oh, thank you, Shaylee. Okay, my son's TikTok is it's Human Syndrome. Human Syndrome. So check him out. He's adorable. I mean, check him out just to see what he looks like. He has leopard print hair right now. Okay, so I want to prepare you for that. I was not completely thrilled when you told me he wanted leopard print hair, but I'm an Aquarian, so I really strongly believe that my children should be able to have the independence to express themselves. He's not hurting anybody, and he's a very artistic person. So him and his girlfriend that dyed his hair leopard print with box color, and it looks awesome. It looks just like a leopard print. But it's a little unusual. You know, I don't, like, my neighbors were looking at him like, okay. But he loves it. It's his own. He's his own person, but he's got a good heart. He's a Virgo. Yeah. So anyways, Human Syndrome. Check him out on TikTok. Human Syndrome, all one word. Thank you, Shaylee. All right. Aries. Aries. So Aries, you have the 5th house here of passion being highlighted for you. This is all about performance and entertainment, creativity, love affairs, passion. And this goes right in alignment with the reading I did for mid-June, which all of the mid-June readings are out right now. And I think the title of yours was called A Moth to a Flame, because it was all about, you know, what is a moth to a flame but passion and desire, right? So I see that message here repeating again for you. It'll be important to, I don't know, keep your wits about you. You know, don't take things so seriously. You may not even be wanting to be in that mode. You may be wanting to be a little bit more playful this week, or you're being encouraged to, and just kind of go with what feels right. Go with what feels good. All right. And stop giving attention and focus to things that do the opposite of that, Aries. So these cards are a little newer. They're a little bit harder to... Oh, and you know what? Hold on. guys can see it. Okay. So yes, this is all about, like I said, that playfulness. Not being afraid to be passionate. And then the other card that you have says, attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. So again, here's that message about not being so serious in the energy, knowing that you cannot control another person, and allowing yourself to focus on what makes you feel passionate and desirable about yourself, because that's the only thing that you can control, right? And in so by doing that, you actually allow space for more passion to come through in whichever way you like. So, whoa, let's see what else we get. You have the Queen of Coins here. The Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, that's the Nine of Cups. See, these are new to me. So I feel like Aries, there's this sense of wanting to really hone in on your self-worth, what emotionally satisfies you. But then here's this Five of Pentacles, which is like feeling like you don't have enough when you clearly have enough in your energy. So this might not be you. Let me see. And then you have the Palace of Swords, Page of Swords, and then the Six of Pentacles. So, Aries, there's definite clarity coming for you this upcoming week, okay? Emotional satisfaction. And then there's this sense of feeling like it's not enough, or this fear-based thinking here that doesn't really trust in your own happiness. So some of you are getting a taste of passion, a taste of desire, of something that you want. And here you are almost questioning it, okay? Or being very skeptical here about what's being offered to you. But I do feel like this is good energy here, okay? This is an opportunity to invest more time into yourselves, to be more generous. Somebody might be trying to be generous with you, they. But it's like if there's lack of mentality or a fear of not enough, or kind of pessimism surrounding your optimism, then this is saying take your attention away from that and put it, keep it into the self-worth piece and what emotionally satisfies you. And because you know the truth. You know the truth. And you know what? It certainly could be that someone is being very skeptical about your happiness, Aries, but what business is your happiness to someone else? It's none of their business, right? You are none of their business. So I feel like some of you have some good things going on here, and you may have someone that, because they don't feel a part of it possibly, that are just like really skeptical here. So let's get out the person you might be dealing with's energy and see. So they have the High Priestess and the Two of Wands. So yeah, like, and then the Page of Pentacles. So Aries, the person that you are connecting to, they are gaining an understanding here about what their future holds and future potentials, okay? Like I said, this person is seeing, they may be a bit, okay. This person may be in this place where they feel that they need to get a higher understanding or perspective over the situation, or they're being called to do that. This person, they know what they want, and they know that the potential is there, but they haven't necessarily put the work or action into building it just yet. If this is the person that you're skeptical of or is skeptical of you, I feel it's coming from a place more of feeling left out than anything, you know. And they may have done that to themselves, don't get me wrong. There may be reasons for that, but there is a sense of distance there, okay? Some of you, you have a person here that's skeptical, or you are, and then there's another person here that you see a lot of potential with, that there's a future with, possibly, you know? So for some of you, there's two different people here, and yourself. But I feel like Aries, what you're being called to pay attention towards is your own self-worth, okay? Because you know the truth and you know what's true for you. And this is saying be practical, yes, but be playful. And the more you give your attention to the playful side, the more reasons you have to be happy, okay? So if you're feeling this sense of, I heard loner, some of you could be dealing with a loner, or you are a loner. If you feel that loner mentality, recognize that that is coming from somewhere internal, and that's only the truth because you give truth to it by paying attention to that thought. But in actuality, you have good support here and the ability to be very generous. And because you're being generous, if you take this out of the equation, then there's emotional satisfaction here. And when you're in this place, Aries, where you know your worth and there's emotional satisfaction and you're no longer giving attention to whatever this loner energy is, then you call into you what you want. Now, this person is looking at the potential as well, either within this connection or elsewhere. So they see that for most of you, okay? But you almost gain your self-confidence, Aries, by relinquishing any sort of thought of controlling someone else or manipulating a situation, or just simply recognizing that you're in control of you and you're in control of how you handle things and your emotional responses. And that's like the most powerful thing you can do, honestly. You know, when you're not emotionally vulnerable like that and you know you're in charge of your reactions and emotions, how many people can step to that? You know, that's intimidating to other people who have yet to attain that. So I think that most of you are on that journey, so to speak, of learning that, or some of you may have mastered it, but Aries, you being a temperamental sign, it's probably something more that you're getting better and better at versus conquered, but going to be different for all of you. So this looks good. You could be dealing with Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Actually, I have all of them out. Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Small possibility of water. So, let me know. Do you guys like this setup where you can see the table a little bit? Whew. Sweaty in here. We're going to go to Taurus now. Okay, cool. I aim to please. I aim to please. Okay. Woo. Okay, Taurus. So Taurus, you have the energy of Uranus here, which is all about revolution. You got this last week. You have been getting this. So some of you are on, you know, you've got a goal in mind or something that you really, really believe very strongly in, okay, that you may be being very opinionated about during not just this week, but you've been like this for the past few weeks. So I've been feeling that over and over again for you, Taurus, because it's all about a revolution and breakthroughs and brainstorming and insight and originality and looking at diversity as well. And it's this humanitarian side of you that's really being pulled out of you. And I have felt this again, June, I felt it in May, and I felt it earlier this year. So I'm not surprised by that. Now, this can be a bit of an unexpected energy, but it's innovative, okay? So, you know, I always tell people expect the unexpected. Thank you for the super chat, Jamie. Thank you for the super chat, Talisha. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, girls. All right. Anyways, like I was saying, this can be a bit of an unexpected surprise energy. That could be good. That could be bad. You know, it just kind of depends. But just keep that in mind. Oh my gosh. Some of you are linked with Aries because this is almost the same card I got. It says, I will not try to control the uncontrollable. So this is coming to an acceptance, Taurus, that you have done and said all that you could in a certain situation. And there gets a point where you've made your point, and then you have to go to the next step. And the next step is, now that you've made your point, or now that things have come to a head, what is the resolution? And so now you're going to start shifting your focus into the resolution, understanding that you cannot control the uncontrollable. I lost you guys. Sorry. Tell me when I'm back. Tell me when I'm back. I lost you completely. Am I back? Okay. Yeah, here I'm going rambling on. Okay, so as I was saying, Taurus, you know, most people, they want to get to this state of being what in the spiritual world they call awake, you know. And so, but most people don't question, what do you do once you're awake then? Okay, so you've gotten there, so now what? So now some of you have gotten to that point, and now it's like, now what? Well, now what is where you apply what you know to be true to yourself. Awakening means that you stop thinking that you can control external things from you because it's all internal. Awakening is when you realize the connectedness between all you are and everything that you see. And so once you recognize that, you stop your focus so much on things external to you, and you put all of that focus internally. And so a lot of you are beginning to understand that. You know, they say change begins with you for a reason. Most people love that quote, but they have not a clue how to apply that to their life. You know, most people walk around and be like, change begins with us. And then you see them wasting their energy trying to change someone else's mind. Does that make any sense? No. Change your own mind. Know what you believe in. Go from there. Now, if people agree with your vibration and your message and who you are, they'll naturally follow you. There is no need to shove it down their throats. People who are drawn to your vibration will naturally find you. Naturally. You don't need to go on a spree here. So, why do I say all of that? Because a lot of you are going through that energy, and or you're experiencing this through someone else, and you're trying to control maybe that person, but this is saying, let it go. But either way, that's the overall vibe. So let's go further into it. Woo! So then you have Temperance, the Star. These cards are so beautiful. Carmen, just in case you were wondering, I love them. Seven of Cups, and the Strength card. You have three major arcanas here. Taurus, you are a powerhouse. Maybe that's why I went into this speech, because a lot of you are in these places of being, you know, or positions where your voice is being heard. So it's important that you understand the bigger picture as well. Or some of you do understand the bigger picture, and this is your opportunity to put it into action. Either way that this resonates for you, this is coming into awareness of that. You have Temperance, the Star, and the Strength. What? This is like the trine right here. Now, here's the problem I have with this, Taurus. So here's this understanding of being self-sufficient, of to being temperamented. Here's this healing, being able to see the bigger picture, the collective, and how they're connected with you. Here's the strength and the courage to be who you are unapologetically. And what is blocking that, what is messing kind of this energy up, is the Seven of Cups, confusion. About what? About how to go about it. So I think that's why I felt the need to go so in depth about how to go about this energy, because some of you, you know what's right for you, you know where you stand, you have all of this power here, and you don't know how to use it in your favor because you haven't figured out that you can't control other people, and you need to take this energy and draw it internal to yourself. So the emotional confusion dissipates. Some of you may have strong allies as well, particularly Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Leo, that want to help, but there might be some emotional confusion around those zodiac signs in particular. But I feel like you're gaining insight if that's the case, okay? It could be one of those zodiac signs or all three, or you could have those placements in your chart. So the good news is, if there is confusion here, then you're gaining insight into that. Some of you, like I said, this could be in lots of different areas of your life, but there's definitely like a resistance type of energy, or that's the word that came to mind anyways. So let's see who you're dealing with. You might have very good reason for doing and saying what you're doing. So who are you dealing with? Seven of Pentacles, the World, and the Page of Swords. So whoever you're connecting with, Taurus, this person is trying to be open to new ways of thinking and new ideas. Okay, so it's all in how you present yourself to this person. I feel like they're wanting to be successful here. This person is trying to put their attention on things that they can cultivate, that they feel are grounded, that they feel are practical, but they are being open to a new way of thinking, or they're trying to gain more insight or information. So, you know, you may feel very compelled to connect with this person because here you are having all of this insight, and here this person is wanting insight. You see how law of attraction works? So this might be your opportunity or your door in, Taurus, to be like, let me tell you. But the way that you need to come about saying it is in a way of just stating, this is what I think, this is what I believe, not you. Not coming at someone and saying what you believe is wrong. Now listen to what I believe. You see how you set up that conversation for immediate defensiveness? You don't make it about them, you make it about you. There's a difference between making a statement about what you stand for versus inciting a debate and tearing someone else down, and that's called an argument. So there's standing up and then there's arguments, and don't get it twisted, they're two totally different things. So I guess, you know, coming to that understanding, this person is open to your ideas. They may ignore you, or they may act like they are, I don't know, they may seem the opposite of that, but they are gaining some sort of insight and trying to read up on things. So it's something making this person tick, you know? So it's like, I'm getting all excited in your reading because I feel like there's a breakthrough here, either on your side or their side. So I don't have not one bit of Taurus in my chart, but you know, I would like this reading. Yep. So yeah, I don't know where else to take that. You could be dealing with Aquarius, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, another Taurus, Capricorn. And I saw a connection with Aries because they had almost the same exact cards. So thank you, Aphrodite. All right. I got all excited for your reading. I could end it on that. And done. Well, I liked your reading. Okay. Let's go to Gemini. It's funny because Gemini, you're already at the bottom of the deck. It's like you were waiting. Gemini. Gemini, you have Aries energy here for some of you. You could have that in your chart, or that's just simply the energy you're dealing with. This is all about being daring, being fierce, being assertive, you know, being on a mission, being courageous. But on the other side of that, it can be very impulsive. It can be argumentative. It can be competitive. So you can channel it however you want. That could be your energy, or you're dealing with someone like that. Whoa. So let's see. And the card that you got out, it says, should I leave or should I stay? So that's an interesting message here. Some of you literally might be contemplating that. For others of you, it's not really about leaving or staying. It's about thought patterns. And, you know, what are you telling yourself? And are you going to continue to tell yourself that? Or are you going to tell yourself a different narrative? It's, you know, it's about coming into alignment with what you want. Especially when it comes to relationships, Gemini. So some of us get so focused on what we don't want in a partner, or what we don't like about that person, or what won't work, that we give life to that, because that's where we place our attention and focus. It's like, you know, how someone could see someone in the best light and another person see that same person in the worst light ever. Because they have different perspectives, and maybe they had different experiences with that same person, right? So it's like where you put your focus and what your experience has been. This is saying focus on what you like about this connection, this person, or yourself. Focus on what you want, and that will naturally expand. And if this person is not a vibrational match to what you want and deserve, they will naturally leave your life without much effort, because you'll no longer match up in what you're emitting. That's what this is saying. Whether that's intimate, friendships, family, whatever. You know, we often think we have to do these like drastic things to push people out of our lives, but we really don't. It's just change your vibration, you know? Change the way you think about it, and people will naturally come and go based off of that. You ever notice like how really moody, angry people tend to attract other people that are very angry and moody? That's their point of attraction. They did that. They attracted that by being that. So say you get really happy and you love yourself. What do you think you'll attract? people that are happy and love themselves. And if this person isn't one of those people, they'll naturally not find anything in common with you anymore, and they'll leave. So that's how it works. And that's nothing to be sad about, because then someone who does appreciate your vibe will come in. Some of you have already come to that understanding, and you are becoming a match with whoever this is that you're wanting to connect with. Others of you are coming to that understanding and becoming a match to yourself. So let's see. I love this picture because there's a little doggy in it. Look at this dog. Isn't that so cute? So you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Coins. Ooh, the Ten of Cups. Oh, Gemini, some of you have understood that lesson. Oh, yes. This is really nice. So, Gemini, I feel like you've been patiently waiting, for a new opportunity, commitment for some of you. And here it comes. You've been patient. You have put time and energy into something or yourself. And then here comes this, oh my gosh, this opportunity to really, really feel fulfilled, to be in alignment, to have the relationship you want. And for some of you, it's not even about a relationship. This is just being happy and secure with yourself, which is naturally pulling people to you that also are able to do that, or that want to help support that. So, and I see dogs in the picture, and let me tell you, I think dogs are one of the most spiritual creatures. I just love dogs. I'm a dog lover. And so this is like saying, it's like that unconditional love, unconditional love. This is really positive. I'm not getting any other cards out. So, oh, there we go. And then the Ace of Cups. Are you freaking kidding me? Gemini, you've been getting really good readings lately. I'm so happy for you. Here's your heart's desire. This right here. So this will be a week where you really will start taking note and gratitude of all of the things and people that you have in your life that naturally vibrated to you. This is a week where you will take a note of all that you have that make you blessed, where you can tap into this practical nature, but also this deep love and appreciation that you're feeling. This is beautiful. Okay, but I feel like in the past, you may have been driven by impulse or desire, which wasn't necessarily bad, but at the same time, it brought you more impulse and desire. And now you're coming from a different spot. You're coming from the space of practicality, of knowing your own worth. And what you're pulling in this time is so much more stable than what you've had in the past. And it just really feels good. It just really feels good. Let's do a clap for Gemini. Let's see what your person you're connecting with. What's their energy all about? So they're the Knight of Wands and the World. And the Ace of Wands. No way. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Coins. They have the Ace of Wands. This is the desire. So you were emitting desires of what you wanted in the past energy. And some of you are seeing it come to fruition during this time frame. And it's after a period of time where you stopped going back and forth on what the right thing was to do, because you couldn't figure out what the right thing was to do. And so you just started putting your attention onto things you can control. But in the meantime, you had desires that you spoke to the universe, whether consciously or subconsciously, and this person over here is connected with that. All right, so there's passion on this person's side. There is, they're in this energy of feeling successful and wanting action and wanting passion and wanting desire. They may be very physically attracted to you if this is intimate. If it's platonic, then they just are in this very creative energy, okay, where they want to feel on top of the world, okay? So this is like elation, like the feeling of elation. So I feel like this is someone that you have commonalities with, that you're connecting with. And like I said, this could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be an intimate partner. If it's an ex, you're doing great, they're doing great. And don't be sad about that. Because if this is someone you want back into your life and you're vibrating high and they're vibrating high, that's the point of attraction of when you want to come back to each other, is it not? You want both to be doing well. So either way that you look at it, it's good. And even if they don't come back, you're still doing great. So it's fine. You know, when you're doing good, you don't care if other people are doing good. It's only people that perceive that they're not doing good that get jealous of people that are doing good, because they perceive that person as having something that they want. You're not in that space. So you see someone else doing good and you're in this space and you're like, okay, yes, I'm doing good too. You good? I'm good. We good. You know? You know, these are like the women that support other women, you know, or, you know, friends that support you and your successes. They don't take your successes as personal vendettas against them, because they understand that you can have success and they can have success. That's the type of people you want in your life. And that's the type of person you want to be. Trust me. So I am so long-winded today. You could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Capricorn. That's what I have for you. I don't know if it's the new cards. Get me all excited, but I'm at 47 minutes. This is not going to be good. I gotta go faster. I love when I have new cards. I just get so excited. You guys don't mind though, right? Okay. Let me tell you, if you listen to that reading and you don't feel that at all because you're in a dark space, then do some work on yourself this week. Come back and watch the reading later when you're ready to hear it. Whew, okay, Cancer. So Cancer, you have Gemini energy. Gemini, you could have Cancer in your chart, or Cancer, you could have Gemini in your chart, or you could be dealing with one. It's going to be different for all of you. Or it's just the energy that is influencing you this week. And so it's about communication, curiosity, seeking variety, social networking, being street smarts. On the negative end, it can be superficial. It can be fidgety, restless. So you may feel a bit of that. Anxiety. Whew, I'm sweating. Okay, so, and then the card you got out, it says, I am a vibrational being, vibrationally emanating desires. So this is saying, you know, what you're giving thoughts to, what you're feeling, what you're thinking about, and you're running through your mind, you're giving life to. okay, in the way that you perceive yourself and the others and other situations, because this is also about perception. So that's just bringing an awareness to you, Cancer, that um, you're first and foremost a vibrational being, then a human. It is Esther Hicks. It's her deck. All right, so Cancer, you have Page of Wands, Two of Coins. So, oh, you little devil. Okay, so 10 of Cups. I'm going to tell you why I said that in a minute. 7 of Cups. Oh, look at this face. Look at that. Ooh, you little devil. So I feel like Cancer, be careful of this energy this upcoming week. It can be very spiteful. It can be almost childish, you know. And this is showing up in your energy, but it could be someone you're dealing with. Take it as it resonates. But I do feel like this little rebellious nature about you kind of wants to come out a little bit. I feel like you might have two different obligations pulling at you, or you can see things two different ways. It's like a part of you kind of wants to take the lower road, okay? So you might be tempted to like kind of take it there or get someone back, or like, you know how we deal with relationship problems as teenagers, where it's like, well, actually some adults still treat relationships like they're a teenager because they don't understand, they haven't emotionally matured yet. No judgment, but there's a lot of adults walking around that have no clue how to be in a relationship. So, as teenagers, mostly, when someone hurts us, there's this innate need to rebel, to gossip about them, to make it all their fault, to try and make them jealous or see what they lost or missed out on. You know, it becomes like a personal vendetta. That can be what this energy is about for some of you. Like I said, whether that's you or someone else doing it. And it doesn't have to be to that degree. It's just there's something pulling at your inner child in kind of a negative way, where you kind of want to handle things how you used to handle things. But that's, you know, that doesn't really work, right? Because you don't really get what you want when you do that. And then there's this other very mature side of you that knows better. Oh, you know better, Cancer. Stop it. Because here's this other piece of you that wants to focus on your family and your home and things that are important and the bigger picture, and you know, but yet, you know, you're kind of confused. So I do feel you're being pulled in two different directions, and it could be that you feel somebody deserves it, you know, or somebody's being childish towards you, so you immediately want to be childish towards them, but you know better. You know, that type of energy. So you have a choice, Cancer, and this is where your free will comes in. All right, I see that there is confusion here, but let's go back to what the message was. You're a vibrational being, so what you emanate is being presented to you, right? So if you allow yourself to take the lower road, so to speak, just know you're going to get that almost exactly in return. Whether that's a reaction that you don't want or energy that you don't really want, okay? Or pulling in argumentative people because you're in this state of wanting an argument or something like that, you know? So, again, your choice. But there's this impulse here. There's an impulse that you're trying, I think, not to follow. So, let's see the person you're connecting to. They are the Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles. And the devil could be Capricorn or Aries, but well, I feel like the person that you're connecting with, Cancer, they're in a space where they're going to do what they want to do regardless of what you say and what you feel. And this person feels like they are wiser, either wiser than you or just wiser from knowing better. So this person's in this space where they think that they know better. They may know better, I don't know. And they're putting time and dedication into themselves. They may be wanting a lot of alone time as well, as this is a bit of a loner type of energy. And who did loner come up with? Was that the Aries reading? That word loner came up? So definitely it could be an Aries. But it doesn't have to be. It's just this energy of wanting space. Now, why do they want space? So even though this person thinks that they know better, they still entertain the devil. So do they really know better? I don't think so. I think that this person they're giving a lot of focus to what's wrong, what negative feelings, negative thoughts, negative emotions, feeling trapped, feeling obligated. They may be isolating because of that. It's their own self doing, because it's the awareness that they're creating for themselves. But this person absolutely thinks that they know better, but I'm here to tell you they have some shit that they need to work out internally that they are working on, and it's giving them experience, therefore wisdom, but it's a process over here on this person's side. At the same time, they're giving a lot of focus and attention to, like, either, like I said, what's wrong. For some, like addictions or obsessions or just negative thinking. It could just simply be that, but yeah. So some of you have a desire to fight fire with fire, maybe, or to rebel in this situation here, or they do. But I just feel like that'll just create more back and forth, more emotional confusion, and what you're looking for is emotional fulfillment. So again, your choice. So you could be dealing with an Aries, a Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We got 548 in here. What's up, guys? Give me a thumbs up, please. Appreciate. Ay, ay, ay. All right, Leo. Leo. Good morning, Nancy. Hi, Carmen. I'm using your cards today. I love them. Leo. Good morning, AM. Welcome back. So, Leo, overall energy is the ascendant. All right, so this is your worldview, mission statements, how you express yourself, your attitude, your point of view, your body image, your likeness, how you approach things, first impacts, first impressions. This card kind of reminds me of Leo, because Leo, you like to look good, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the ascendant is all about like your outer self, and Leo's you just take good care of yourself. If you're high vibrating, you take very good care of yourself. If you're low vibrating, you could be very addictive, and you know how you can be, Leo, when you're not vibing high. But this card reminds me of Leo, actually. And then it says, causing pain for others will attract pain to you. So that could be a message for you or your cross watcher, but it's all about the flawed premise in life that if you hurt someone back, then you're justified in it because they hurt you. But all deeds are returned to the person, whether you felt justified in it or not. So like when we feel very justified and someone's hurt us, then we feel like, okay, you deserved it. But honestly, you're going to get that right back yet again. It's a vicious cycle, that we get into when people have hurt us. So some of you are ending that cycle, actually, being able to see outside of that, it's all about your attitude. All right, so let's see. Woo! So you have the Four of Cups, okay? The Ten of Coins. I love these pictures. Then the Chariot in the reverse, which I didn't think I had any reversals in here, but I guess I do. So I'm going to tell you why I laugh in a minute. And then there's that Page of Wands. So some of you might have Cancer in your chart or be dealing with one because they had that card as well. There's a peace dove in this photo. A peace dove. Now, I'm going to tell you this because it relates to the reading. I have been doing meditations a lot lately, and my husband, who is also Leo, is a Leo, he has joined me. Well, he's always been on the same page with me, but he's also really into the things that I am into. And so we have been doing manifestations, like listening to videos on it and listening to Abraham Hicks, who I've listened to for like 10 plus years. But one of the exercises was to manifest something in your mind's eye. And the last thing that I asked for was a peace dove. And what do we have here in the Leo reading? You see it? These are brand new cards that someone else bought for me that I didn't know they were going to buy them for me. So it's not like I went out of my way to find it, but it found me, the peace dove. Okay, so here's why I'm telling you this. If you want to create peace in your life, or you want peace within a certain connection, then that peace has to be offered from yourself. And in order to offer that, you must feel that, meaning you must be at peace with yourself, because you can't give something that you don't already feel or possess or vibrate. So I feel like, Leo, if someone has hurt you, or you've been in a connection where there's continued hurt, or like one-upping, or, whatever this is for you, and you've been trying to return that pain with pain, then this is your message that you need to return that pain with peace by first allowing that in yourself. Okay, so if you've been boggled with why this keeps going back and forth, that's because you're feeding that negative energy. Even if you're not participating physically in the connection, if you're wishing someone ill in your mind, or every time you think about them, you think terrible things, let it go. Let it go. It doesn't serve you to do that. Those things may be true, yes, but thinking and focusing on it and allowing your energy to shift because of it is silly. I used to have someone in my life that every time I would think about him, I would get anxiety. So what would be the point of thinking about someone that gives me anxiety? See what I'm saying? Pay attention to how people make you feel as well, especially during this week, all right? Because you have the Four of Cups here, which is being in the state of anxiety, of being emotionally detached, really focused on something that doesn't serve you. But you have the Ten of Pentacles here. So this is all about your foundations and finding peace with who you are and where you're at, and being happy with that. The Chariot's in the reverse, so there is a little bit of a lack of progression here because there is almost this spiteful energy or untrusting. You know, it's like, yeah, things are good for now, you know? What? People do this all the time. Like, yeah, I'm lucky this time. You know, they're like afraid to make big, bold statements like that. Yeah, I was successful. I got lucky. You know, why do we take away from our selves like that? Stop doing that, Leo. Because it halts the progression, right? And if there is this spiteful energy in your life, make peace with that. If it's a person, make peace with yourself, and they'll figure it out on their own. Their emotions and attitude have nothing to do with you. So recognize that. All right, so the person you're connecting with. I'm getting like the same cards for every reading. The Devil, the Seven of Pentacles. I just had that for, is it Cancer or Gemini? The Five of Cups. So, the person you're connecting to is trying to be patient here, trying to cultivate things that they want. They may be putting a lot of time and attention and focus into things that they deem are practical or within their control. But then there's all of this fear-based thinking here going on with this person. They've gotten into this really bad habit, Leo, of expecting the worst or expecting a loss or fearing that. I think that they are trying to work on, they're trying to distract their attention from that way of thinking. And so in that way, they are making progress, you know. But I do think that they have a bad habit here because this is habitual, meaning like this person has given life to a negative emotion, addiction, or obsession, or some type of fear-based thinking that it's going to take them a while to be able to dig out of, so to speak, because they obsessively are focused on the idea that things are temporary, or like their happiness cannot be sustained, or like it's no use, you know. And this is when their mind goes into the negative. Now, they're not always in that vibration, Leo. Sometimes they are very good at cultivating their energy and putting time into things that are healthy for them. But there is this other side of them that just really goes down deep, and not like in a necessarily good way. So again, is that your problem? Is that your problem? No. I'm not saying be without empathy, but I'm saying, you know, you can't control that energy. This person has to control that energy. But you can control your own inner peace. You can control when you'll move forward and when you won't. Some of you aren't ready to progress. Some of you aren't ready for the next step. And that's fine. You want to sit in what you have now, and you're okay with where you're at now. But I think some of you also doubt that there can be progression. You doubt that. So that's why you're looking for inner peace, okay? Others of you, it's just not the right timing, okay? So, yes, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, if I didn't already say that. I have mostly water and earth and fire. They can be any zodiac sign. Okay. Hold on a second. Well, Henny Penny, I hear what you're saying, but you've missed the point. So she said, and I don't mean to point you out, and I'm speaking to you with respect. Henny Penny said, but you just said Leo is being spiteful, and then you say the partner gets depressed. So is it any wonder? Well, my point is to not let someone's actions affect you emotionally. So does it matter if the Leo's being spiteful, if you're truly in charge of your emotional responses? And when you're truly in charge with your emotional responses, then you'll see someone acting like that and you'll say, they can continue to act like that, but I'm going to focus on what makes me happy, and know that I can't control that. That was the point. If you're allowing this Leo's behavior, Henny, to pull you into a state of depression, then you have a codependent attraction to this person. Because if a codependent attraction says, my emotions change when that person's emotions change, because I have connected my well-being to somebody else's well-being, but that doesn't make sense because you can't control that person, and now you've given them power over your emotions. So take your power back. And I hope that made sense. But that was the point. So I hope that you found that helpful. And I say it with love. Okay. So, Virgo, I don't usually do that, but your comment struck me, and I wanted to provide you some insight so that you can pull yourself out of that thinking that your emotions have anything to do with that person. Okay. All right. Ooh, I got really anxious when I said that. So, Henny, I don't know if you've been having anxiety, or maybe me talking directly to you gave you anxiety, but look at that. Let me take a drink here and saw it out, and then we're going to do Virgo. Okay, Virgo. So, Virgo, you have sextile here. This is all about collaborations, doors closing, but new opportunities opening up to you. This is something that creates possibilities, opens doors for you. It's bringing insight, okay? It could be bringing welcoming communication, or like I said, new opportunities. So, I always think of a very creative vibe when I see this card in particular. So you may be feeling creative or that creative inspiration during this upcoming week. And then the card you got says, our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. Wow. Okay. Now, say you don't have children, we'll take that out of it. But a lot of you that'll be drawn to this do. Or this is about your parent. But if not, then take that word out of it. Our opinions about others can influence their behavior. That's so true, right? If you tell a child when they are a child that anything is possible for them, that they are loved, that they are beauty, they tend to have very high self-esteem as adults. Now you take the same child and you tell them that they're destined to only do this and only be that, and they can't do this and they can't do that, and you create insecurities there, and you make them feel less than, they turn out to be very insecure adults. Because your opinion matters when you're talking to children, because their minds are still very open and they accept what you say to them as truth when you are their parent. So you have a very big responsibility there. Now, if you apply this to people that are not your children, does it hold as much weight? No. But does it still impact them? Yes. If you tell someone, wow, you're really mean, or you're really closed-minded, and say it's a family member and you tell them this every time you see them, do you think that person's going to be open with you if they think that you think that they're closed-minded? No, because they think that you've given them that label, and therefore they are going to use that label as a reason to close off. Do you see how it works? So let's see what that's all about. I don't know. I'm glad I went live early. Page of Cups. Whoa. All right, so Page of Cups, Ace of Swords. Yes, so we're talking about children. Okay, some of you don't have children, but this is how your parents spoke to you, and it's still impacting you. Okay, so somebody was told something in childhood that they still believe to be true for themselves, even though they know better now. All right, and so this is one of those readings that's going to be very specific, and if it's yours, you're going to know it's yours, and if it's not, you're going to have to come back at another time. Okay, so it's either about your children or something that is stemming from childhood. So here's the, that's why I just said, you know the truth. Here's the Ace of Swords. You know the truth. Then you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I'm glad it's in the reverse. And the Six of Wands. No, the Nine of Wands. Okay, so Virgo, here is this clarity coming to you about something you believed to be true for yourself that was told to you by someone else's opinion, that you let sink in so much that you started to believe that it was your truth. Well, this week you will discover it is not your truth. And or if you have a child that you have done that to, they will recognize that as well. See, because children always grow to become adults, and adults will always see the truth no matter what we tell them as children. Now, whether they accept that truth or not is up to them, not you. But I feel like, you know, there is this illusionary energy here with the Nine of Swords, and you're coming out of this illusionary energy. If there's been a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, then you're cutting through that this week. There's some sort of clarity here. All right. It's like acknowledging something. You're acknowledging something. This is really vague for a reading. Some of you have a child that wants to be acknowledged, or your inner child wants to be acknowledged, especially if there was something that was really negative that happened, that has never been acknowledged. You want that to be acknowledged, or it will be this week, or if you have children, they do, something like that. So let me take it off of the topic of children, okay? Because not all of you are dealing with that. If it's a different area of your life, like romance or career or whatever, then I feel like there is a possibility of a new emotional connection here, all right? Or some clarity that you're getting in regards to your emotions. If you were stressed about something or someone, you're coming out of that, and it's like acceptance. It's acknowledging what you no longer wish to think about. So, in fact, some of you are closing one door and you're gaining insight, and then here comes another opportunity. So, person you're connecting to is the King of Wands in the reverse. The Tower. So, this person that you're connecting with, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, I feel like Virgo, whoever you're connecting with, they have this great sense of pride about them. They want to be taken seriously and respected, but at the same time, they don't always show you respect. So it's almost like, why should I show them respect? This could very well be your father figure or a parental figure. It could be anyone, doesn't have to be. But there's an amount of like, well, how can I respect you when you have not respected me? You have strong opinions, but so do I. And you see how that is very unfruitful, right? There's nothing good that comes from that, where one is disrespectful because the other one is disrespectful, and then you just keep feeding each other's disrespect. What sense does that make? None. So this person's going through some changes. They're having a hard time feeling empathy, okay? They're having a hard time getting in touch with their emotional self. All right, so that's kind of where this more ego-driven type of approach is coming from. It's because they lack some sort of emotions towards the connection. They may have emotionally detached from you, or they are not in love anymore, or I hate to say that. That's only for a few of you. I just see it more of being disconnected or disheartened. And it just brings out this really angry side. Temperamental, impatient. So it could be that this person is the person that's having trouble because of something that stemmed from childhood. But somehow it's all connected either way, whether it's you or them. So Virgo, woo! I don't even know what to tell you there. I feel like you're in this place where you don't want to stress over that anymore. And you're just like, what can I do about it? Nothing. Nothing. So it's just like acknowledging that, actually. You're kind of acknowledging that. Like, okay. Yeah. And in some form, that is a release. So you are providing space then for another door to open when you do that. So, oh gosh, interesting reading. This I have Leo energy and Scorpio energy here. I have Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius. Thank you for the $9.99. Rosa, appreciate it. All right, Libra. It's not every day I get messages like that one, Virgo, so that was a special one. Especially since I generally do relationship readings, but you know, how we behave in relationships always have a lot to do with how we were raised and what we believe love is, based on what we observed love to be, usually between our parents or lack thereof. So if you think about it, it's all intertwined, right? They say the best thing you can do for your children is to be happy yourself and to demonstrate what a happy looks like. Peaceful. Love. All right, Libra. Libra. Whoa, Libra, you are not getting all of those. No way. You're special, but... All right, so Libra, thank you for the super chat, Jules. You have Pluto here, which is all about transformation and changes, Scorpion energy for some of you. It's about your basic instincts and cycles, death, rebirth. It's a very evolutionary type of energy meant to put you in this space where you're claiming your personal power. It can be intense. It can be extreme. But you can ride that wave with exhilaration, or you can ride that wave with fear. Now that part's up to you. But here's the other card. It says, others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. Other people's opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. So some of you are connecting to Virgo, because Virgo was about how opinions impact those who have yet to figure out who they are, mostly children. And here you are, Libra, with the next step to that message, which is other people's opinions are not important or more important than what I know to be true of myself. So that's the stage we go into when we become awake, when we become adults. And we start to realize that everybody's opinion is biased and is based on perspective and really have nothing to do with who you really are. So some of you are coming into an awareness of that, Libra, during this upcoming week. So let's see. Man, do I have... So you have the Palace of Coins here. Then the Strength card. Okay, so whew. Now that was in the reverse, so I'll read that. Then the Wheel. And the 9 Pentacles. No, this is the 10. Sorry, these are new to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a new deck. Forgive me. All right. So Libra, this is actually really, really nice. Okay, so this is like saying, foundationally speaking, you already know everything I've already said. And I actually said this in the mid-June. Sorry, I'm getting excited. I almost choked on my spit there. Um, in the mid-June reading for you, Libra, I think I literally said, most of you don't even need this reading. You already know. You already know what's up. And here I am saying it to you again. You already know. You know that this person's opinion of you means jack squat nothing. you know, you're aware of that because foundationally speaking, you're firm and grounded and rooted in who you are and what you stand for and what your strengths are. And this is being not being afraid to show that strength. Okay. And it's about damn time. It's about time, because karma and the wheel is here saying, one, this is the correct time to do just that, and you're built on firm foundation. So that means that, you're being supported, so to speak, in this energy. So, like I said, this is about personal power and feeling that motivation. So I feel like a really high motivation on your side. Some of you may be very focused within finances, career, or home. Your establishment, the word establishment is important. Establishing who you are for some of you. And it's about time. I keep getting that message. It's about time. Dang, can we get a slow clap for Libra too? Okay, Libra and Gemini, you guys are killing it this week. Thank you for the super chat, Kathleen. So, person you're connecting to is the Ace of Wands. The Three of Swords. Ow! The Ace of Cups and the Five of Cups. Well, it's complicated, and what this person is feeling. Okay. This person has this desire to be loved, to have love, but there's so much heartache here and a focus on things that have gone wrong, that it blocks this person from being able to execute on that desire. At least during this week. It's a weekly reading. This is not forever and ever. Amen. Okay. I feel like whoever you're connecting with, they're really going, I heard suffering in silence. Look at this. Ow. Now, the good news is that they have like equal balance between this pain and this love. So the person you're connecting with has the absolute ability to heal themselves, to tap into what they love and what they're passionate about. If they have to stop putting so much focus and attention on the hurt and what was said and what was done and what was lost, and that's not the way I wanted it to be, and that's not the way I thought it would be, and what are other people going to say? What are other people going to think? Am I going to be judged? I'll never come out of that label. I call that the vortex of despair, and I'm not saying they're thinking all of those exact things, but those are the examples of the type of thoughts you think about when you're in despair, which is like the what if. No, nobody's ever going to see me in a different way, or I'm never going to feel okay again, or this is never going to be okay. The lies that we tell ourselves when we're hurting, if we start to believe those lies, they become our reality. So this person is treading on thin ice as to what they need to give their attention to. Now, the other piece of them knows that they love, they have love, that to give love. They feel a strong spark to reignite their love life for some of them, or, open their heart chakra here, to come from desire and passion and self-love. but their free will is in place this week. So which one though they choose, I don't know. They may be going back and forth between both, you know, of wanting love, but then being fearful of it. This person may need your strength, Libra, because you're not in this back and forth. You have strength in your energy, and they're, very certain here. So if this is a person that you currently have in your life, then they may really need to rely on your strength, or, that's a gift you could give them. If this person is not currently in your life, then just know that this is what they're going on. This is what they have going on internally, the sort of tug of war over here between change and staying the same. So you could be dealing with a Leo, a Scorpio, or Taurus, Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm happy you made it live, Janet. I'm at, oh God, an hour and 36. Ah! Oh well. Scorpio. Oh well. I'm loving my new cards. Do you guys like my new cards? I love getting new cards. And I got 3 new decks this past week, none of which I knew were coming. All of them were gifts. What an unexpected great surprise. I love being gifted cards more than I like buying them because they means more to me. But Scorpio. So Scorpio, you have the 12th house of surrender. Okay. So this is talking about your subconscious, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, letting go, obviously, healing, spiritual growth. And interestingly enough, it talks about guilt and baggage. So that could be something that you've been dealing with or carrying around with you, or someone you're connecting with has. But again, this is about surrender, surrendering that. I feel like I get this card in your readings more than any other zodiac sign. And I don't know why that is, Scorpio, that the 12th house likes to come out during your readings, and the 9th house. I do think, Scorpios, you have a hard time with this surrendering type of energy because you're a fixed sign. And you're fixated, emotionally speaking, as a water sign. All the fixed signs have difficulties with this, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, but so you're not alone. But there's some sort of surrender here. And the card that you have says, why do I want the relationship that I want? Why do I want the relationship I want? So here's what the message is, Scorpio. A lot of people get it twisted in that they're in connections that don't actually bring them joy, and what they're asking universe for is joy, and they're not experiencing it. And then they get mad at God, they get mad at the universe because it didn't bring them joy. That's what they asked for. But joy can't come through that partner because that partner doesn't bring you joy. Joy is there for you, but it's not in that partner. And our ego likes to think that we know who's going to bring us a certain experience. And so we ignore our intuition. It's really as simple as that, you know? So it's like really wanting someone because you think that person's going to give you that emotion, and they can't give you that emotion because that's not who vibrationally and energetically they are, at least right now. And so this is saying, what do you truly want? Do you actually want that person? Then you have to accept that you're always going to feel that way, that you can't have maybe something, but you can have that person. Or do you want the feeling regardless of where it comes from? So, or do you want joy and you don't care where it comes from? It could even come from work, it could come from family or another person. So it's asking you, what do you want? Do you want the feeling or the object, the external person, place, thing? Okay, so I hope that made sense to you. If you don't understand the law of attraction, that probably went right over your head. Don't worry about it. Because if it resonated with you, you were ready to hear it, you understood it, and those are the people I'm trying to connect with. If you didn't, that's okay. But you have to think about it. Because I see people come to these tarot readings all the time and they're like, I want that person. Why won't they call me? Yeah, I know that I have other options, but I want that specific person. But that specific person makes you miserable. So why do you want that person so bad? So you need to, do you want to be miserable? So it's like, get to the bottom of why you want that. Okay? And if you really dug deep, you would recognize that that's not what you want. You know, but people, they just follow impulse, right? So Scorpio, some of you may have been doing that where you're fixated on a specific outcome or a specific connection, and you haven't even asked yourself why. Why do you want that? You know, maybe it's not what you think it is, and maybe you need to give it up. Or vice versa, at least figure out why you feel the way that you feel. You know, what is it about this person that makes you want them so bad? What is it about their energy that you want to have in your life? And can you have that energy and emotion without this person? Yes. So then you have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Strength card, the Hermit, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. So you have two major arcanas here, the Strength and the Hermit. Virgo or Leo, for some of you, this may be pertaining to, but it can be any zodiac sign. Scorpio, this is like you are gaining the confidence and the clarity that you've been searching for. It's may come to you through this reading. It could come to you in other ways, but this is gaining confidence and clarity. Absolutely. You're in this energy of really feeling strongly. That's not like the word that I wanted, but whatever you're feeling, you feel it very strongly. Okay. I think that you've had this enlightening experience. You know, you might have really sat with your thoughts and thought about things, meditated for some of you. Some of you may have been introverting, you know, trying to collect your thoughts, collect your feelings, get some sort of enlightenment here. But I think, you know, your brain was playing tricks on you, Scorpio, is playing tricks on you as to what you know. So here it is. That trick that was being played is what I just went into, which is, what do I actually want in a relationship? And put your attention there on what you actually want, not what you fear, not what's been done wrong to you in the past. Don't put your focus on things you dislike, things you don't want to manifest. Stop putting your attention there. Put your attention on what you want. What is the desired outcome? And then put your energy in that emotion of having what you want. because you know that it's yours and it'll show up for you when you stop giving attention to what you don't want. All right, so that, and now if what you want can be given to you with the person that you're thinking of or connecting with, then that person's energy will respond to that, and you'll become a vibrational match. If they're not in that space where they can give you what you want, then that's your answer. That's your answer. You're not going to get it out of that person or that receptacle. You know what I'm saying? I hate to call them a receptacle, but you know what I mean. And then what more do you need to know? Release. So, but I think what you're feeling very strongly about, Scorpio, is your foundational life and what you've established, your confidence, your ability to stand on your own. I actually think that you want peace, and you want peace of mind and clarity, and I see that coming through here. Okay, so just don't give attention to the Nine of Swords here, because that's distracting you. So let's see who you are connecting with. What's their energy? So the person that you're connecting with, Scorpio, is the Page of Swords, the Wheel, and the Hierophant. So this person is, you know, they're really reading up on things. They're trying to be open to new ideas and new ways of living. This person is also getting some sort of spiritual elevation or like enlightenment during this time frame. This person is looking to be successful, okay, to have things work in their favor. Well, who doesn't want that? You know, so I feel like this person is open to new ideas, new concepts. This could be someone that is platonic to you, but it can be intimate as well. I just get more of like a friendship vibe, but like I said, it could be intimate. This person is thinking like new ways of thinking over here. Now, they may be a very skeptical personality, but I think that they do want to take the higher road. They are trying to take the higher road. So, you know what? You may not be on the same page with this person just yet, but I think that they are open to that. So let's go back to what I said. If what you want, this person can raise their vibration to give you, then you're a match. This person is looking to raise their vibration. So that's the good news. All right. And this could be a different person than the one you're trying to release. Like this could be, like I said, someone, a third person, okay? Or it could be the same person. Like the light bulb is going off, okay, on this person's side. And let me get one on the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they're thinking about their future and future planning and being open to new ideas. This person is wanting to see progression. They may be studying something new, or, you know, they're all future focused over here. All future focused. All right. With you, without you, I don't know. I see a lot of independent energy here. So, if this person's in this independent energy, you know, focused on the future and what brings them success, and that's what you want in a partner, and you also are emanating, because you also have to be a match, which means you also need to be open to new ideas and looking to elevate yourself and focused on success. If you're both in that vibration, then you're a match. If that's not what you want, if this person is not what you want, and you find that intimidating, you don't like the independence, you don't like their way of thinking, then they're not a match to you, and you'll pull someone in else or another connection that is a match to what you strongly believe is true for you. I don't see any ill-intending cards, though, not on your side, Scorpio, not on this person's side. That's why I felt more of a platonic vibe than an intimate vibe. But like I said, it can be anyone in your life. I just feel that you're kind of doing your thing and they're kind of doing their thing, and I don't get ill intentions at all. You know. That was kind of complicated. So, sorry. You could be dealing with a Virgo or Leo. Those are the two predominant signs. And Taurus. Or Aquarius. But I also have Gemini, Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, Capricorn. I feel like that was a complicated reading, but Scorpio, you can understand complex. Can you not? Sagittarius. We got 655 in here. Can you give me a thumbs up? Appreciate. Thank you for coming. Okay. Sagittarius, your energy is the trine, which is all about the flow. Okay, so this is about harmonization, feeling energized, finding enjoyment. It's a bit of an indulgent energy as well, okay? It's like going with the flow, going with harmony, wanting to be in the flow. Sagittarius, your reading literally left me speechless, and that was the title of the reading, the mid-June reading. I felt this strong urge that you had given up faith that your prayers were being heard, and or the person you were dealing with was, and it was a strong message and a reminder that they have all been heard, and not even just heard, but acted upon, and that you would see that as June leaves us and July comes, and you get more and more into the flow of what you want, that there was a reason to celebrate. So I'm looking forward to that energy to come to fruition for you guys later this month, but it could have already started. And then the card I have out is exactly what I said. No way. What I just said. It says, I must focus on what I want and not what I don't want. I must focus on wanted to manifest wanted. So, this is saying things will continue to improve. Is that not what I just said? And I know some of you are in this space where you don't believe me, because I saw that in the reading. But here is the 10 of Cups. And then the 6 of Wands here. I'm sorry, the 8 of Wands. So there's progression. There's emotional fulfillment. Here's the 9 of Pentacles here. Self-sufficiency. Why are you doing this to yourself? Then there's the 10 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the 4 of Cups. So, Sagittarius, it starts off very nice, okay? Tapping into your family or your emotional fulfillment. and things progressing, and much needed either conversation or inner dialogue going on. Feeling self-sufficient, feeling that good foundation. This is going with the flow here. And then what is this? What is this? This is letting old hurts come through. Okay, so giving your attention to old hurts. And the good news is you're getting clarity about that and what you tell yourself. And then kind of shutting down emotionally again. So, it can be hard to let things go. And it's almost like, because our memories are so good, when we have been hurt, and there's a reason for this, right? Because it builds emotional maturity. But there is a downfall to our memories being so good, and that is when we've been hurt, we tend to carry that with us everywhere. And if you're really out of the flow, then you'll start talking about your hurt and telling other people about it. And if you're really, really out of your flow, you start giving yourself a label, like a victim. And then you become that, and that becomes who you are, because that's what you've said that you wanted. By giving attention to the hurt over and over and over and over again, you made yourself a victim of what appears to you as circumstance, but it's actually of your own thinking. We can't ever control, external people hurting us. That we can't control, but we can control how we let it affect us, how long we hold on to it, and how we let it change us. Now, you've held on to this long enough. It's almost like it's impacting you on such a strong emotional level here, Sagittarius. And you're gaining, the good news is you're gaining clarity that your inner dialogue has to change. What you say to yourself, what you expect. If you've been in a funk or in a mood, and you've been in that mood repeatedly for days, weeks, months, then that's saying that you're constantly giving your attention to lack, constantly giving your attention to things you don't want, and therefore you're getting more of what you don't want. So it can be hard to change our mindset, especially when we have reason to. But this is saying change your mindset. Now, a lot of you are getting really good at that, or you're at least becoming aware of that, but you're kind of getting sucked into old patterns this week. And that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up. Most importantly, no sense in doing that. If you get pulled back into old habits and patterns and things that you thought you were done with, forgive yourself. Let it go. Get back into the flow. It was a blip. It's fine. And now you're happy again, right? When we mess up is when we don't forgive ourselves. When we make a mistake and then we think we have to beat ourselves up over it and then carry it with us, that's when we mess up. It's okay to be fallible. And you may get a reminder that you're fallible this week, but just let it be a blip on the radar. Let it make you smarter. Let it make you smarter. Because that's what's in your highest good, to do that, to be self-sufficient. All right, and what you don't want is to shut back down emotionally. But even if you do, even if you need an emotional timeout, then give it to yourself. Give yourself that moment in that day, but don't carry it into the next day and the next day and the next day, and don't guilt yourself over it. Dang, Sagittarius, you've been so hard on yourself this year. Like, seriously, stop it. Stop it. Stop being so hard on yourself. Now, could that be someone else you're dealing with? Certainly. So let's see who else you're dealing with. Could you be flying high and you're dealing with someone who's all in the pits of negativity and therefore they drag you down into it? Yeah, that could be it. But again, if they have the power to drag you down into that, are you truly in the flow? You know, maybe rewind back and listen to the advice I gave Henny after the Leo reading was over. If this person can impact you to that degree, are you really in the flow? I don't know. You know, I just had massive deja vu. There's no way. This is the third time I've had deja vu this week. And I mean massive, where I recall these cards. I didn't even buy these cards. I didn't even know these cards existed until they came into the mail on Friday as a surprise. And I just had total deja vu about these cards here. I've been getting a lot of alignment messages lately, a lot of 1111s, a lot of 444, 555. You know, I don't know if you guys believe in numerology, but I do, obviously. So Sagittarius, and my Venus is in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you may also be having deja vu or symbols or synchronicities or alignments that are trying to redirect you to the flow. Okay, so if you have all this heavy shit going on and it's trying to drag you out of it, you're getting those 1111s and 444s and 555s and all of that as a reminder to get back into the flow of start focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. So this person here, they are guarded. They are in this energy of skepticism. But it's funny because when they sleep, they're very open-minded. Well, aren't we all open-minded when we sleep? But it's like this person, they're being quiet, but they have a lot of desires. So it's like, it's almost like when they are quiet or when like, you know, like when you lay in bed and you're not asleep, but you're kind of asleep, or you're like in that middle phase where you're conscious, but you're not. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, yeah. When that person is in that state, they are literally launching rockets of desire, which is directly from Abraham Hicks. And if you know Abraham Hicks, then you know what that means. If you don't, then what it means is they're pronouncing what they want, like daydreaming about it, like thinking about things that make them desire, that they feel desire towards or they have passion towards. And they're not ready to act on it yet because they're still very skeptical or guarded for whatever reason, defensive maybe. But they are dreaming or daydreaming is what I get. Daydreaming a lot. It could be about this connection. They may have a very strong physical attraction if you're in an intimate connection. They may be dreaming about sleeping with you. You know, it could be as mundane as that. Well, hey there you go, Sagittarius. But it doesn't have to be. They just simply are imagining. Yes, because I have the song Imagine all the people. That's what's running through my head. This person's using their imagination, which is really good because imagination is creation. And when we're children, we're really, really good at this. We're really good manifestors when we're children because we don't have all of the brainwashing that happens as we get older that tells us we can't and we shouldn't and this hurts and that does that and that does that and that does that. All those things that we tell ourselves. When we're kids, we have almost like an unbridled imagination, you know? And I think I talked about this in the last Sagittarius reading. And so we can create really easily. Now, we lose our imagination as we become adults because people think it's unrealistic, but use your imagination. Now, this person is doing that. They're using their imagination and they're daydreaming about what could be or what their heart desires, but it's not coming into fruition for this person because they don't believe that it can. And the only thing that's stopping it from coming to fruition is the belief that they can't. That piece of them that says, be practical, imaginations for children. We're all children. We all need imagination. So this person lacks belief in themselves. So I could keep going, but I'm not. I'm like on the 30th hour. All right. So you could be dealing with oh gosh, I have every zodiac sign out possible, and yet none. So it could be any zodiac sign, to be quite honest with you. I have mostly fire, water, and earth, but I have air here too, so take it as it resonates. I don't know what to tell you there. All right, so Capricorn. Capricorn. You have the second house of assets here. Okay, so this is about your material world, your possessions, finances, how worthy you feel about yourself. It also talks about your security, okay, aesthetics, your wardrobe, all of that being highlighted this upcoming week. To me, when I see this card, I always think like feel good, look good, But we'll see. So this card says, by default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. So Capricorn, this is talking about, some of you, this could be a marriage or commitment where you had to split assets or share assets with someone. All right. Or it could just simply be that this connection somehow impacted your feeling of self-worth, or the situation, this job, whatever this is. But what this card says is that many of the relationships or experiences, if it's not a relationships, that you've attracted, you would not have deliberately attracted to you if you had been doing it on purpose, meaning if you were awake at the time that you called them in. So it's important to understand that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And chronic thoughts about unwanted things invite and ask for more unwanted things. So like I said, some of you, this could be in relation to either finances and what you called in when it comes to finances, assuming that you'd be broke, assuming that you wouldn't get the job, assuming this, assuming that, may have attracted that to you, even though you didn't want that, or connections that were connected to your feeling of self-worth. And there's the Three of Swords. There's the Two of Swords. The Knight of Wands. So Capricorn, that's exactly what I just said. The Three of Swords. So this is feeling that heartache, and uncertainty. And because you've had heartache, now you're uncertain, whether to expect the best or expect the worst. Some of you have taken this stance. You literally have taken this stance because I heard it. of expect the worst and you won't have regret, or something like that, or um, like expect the worst but plan for the best. That is the stupidest saying I've ever heard in my life, and people say it all the time. I have been guilty of saying it too. You know, plan for the best but expect the worst. Well, way to set yourself up for failure with that saying. How about plan for the best and expect the best? Is that too much to ask? So Capricorn, stop expecting the worst. What are you doing over here? Now, I do find Capricorns to be a very practical and realistic sign. If you ask a Capricorn if they're a pessimist, they'll tell you no, they're a realist. But Capricorn, some of you do take it into the pessimistic side because you think that you're being real. And it's okay to be real, but just remember that your reality is what you tell yourself it is. So when you say you're keeping it real and that real has a negative connotation to it, then you are assuming the worst and therefore getting in your own way. If you assume your reality wants nothing but the best for you, God wants nothing the best for you, the universe wants nothing but the best for you, and you say, I'm keeping it real, and it has a positive connotation attached to it, then what do you manifest? So what's your definition of reality and what's possible for you? And who told you that? Who gave you that sense of reality and what's possible for you? Did you come to that conclusion, or was that someone else that said that to you? So then you have the Ace of Wands. I like the Ace of Wands here because you're going to take some action. All right, you're getting passionate. You're getting that desire back. You're getting that spark back. You know, that inspiration here to take action. The problem is, you know, this person is going towards uncertainty and heartache. So make sure that you know what you're doing before you take action, because some of you are launching right into heartache and uncertainty because you're expecting to be hurt and for things to be uncertain. So some of you, you're still holding on to that expectation vibrationally. So expect this, expect the best, expect desire, expect material things to materialize. Expect that you'll be wealthy and that your idea will be a success. Expect that this connection is for your highest good and it will either make you a better person and you'll leave it, or you'll stay and they'll vibrate with you. Expect the best this week. Expect the best. Yeah. Person you're connecting to is the High Priestess. Did you see that? Or when I don't know how tarot readers get their cards to fall flat onto their table. I've never understood that. I've never been able to do it. So, don't mind my short shorts. It's hot out. All right, so the person that you are connecting with, they have the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the King of Pentacles. So this person, and I saw this in your mid-June, this person is coming to an understanding of what they want in relationships and connections. And what they want is to be comfortable. You know, they want... they're looking for a connection that provides them like some practical energy, some comfort, something that they can come home to. Like this person's looking to plant their roots, all right? I think that if they didn't have an understanding of what they wanted in the past, they are coming to that understanding. Now it's your turn to come to that understanding, all right? And for some of you, you have a really solid friend, family member, or a partner here, but you are, for some reason, still focusing on something you don't want or fearing that. Maybe because you had issues in the past with this person or issues in the past with other people, trust issues in particular. But, you know, it could be like financial issues, emotional issues, whatever. But I feel like this person they have good intention, Capricorn. I don't get like ill intention at all. I get a little bit of lazy. Because I get like comfort zoning a lot on this person's side, just being comfortable. That could be a problem, but I actually think that they're fine with it right now, and because they're fine with it, so is universe, you know. But yeah. You know, I hate to call the person you're connecting with boring. But I almost got bored reading their cards right then. So maybe they're bored. I don't know. Maybe you're bored of them. Maybe they can be boring. I don't know. Or like they like practical more than excitement. This person can they may call themselves boring or something like that. And Capricorn, you're over here like, I don't know what you're doing. I'm trying to get a thrill, but you're going to get your heart broken, you know. Some of you could have someone that you think is boring and you're trying to take action towards something you think that'll give you a thrill, but it's actually going to cause uncertainty. Like that could be a different person. But either way, just be careful about where you're putting your intention, Capricorn. Expect the best. That's all I can tell you. So you could be connecting with Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'm glad I went live early. Goodness gracious. I'm going on 2.5 hours. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I have so much energy today. I've been feeling really good lately. My well-being has been good. Ow. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius, you have Aries energy here. Could be connecting with that or have that in your chart. This is all about being daring, being fierce, putting yourself out there, being assertive, being fiery, exhilarated, okay? On the other side, it can be selfish, impulsive, argumentative. So you may want to watch that, you know, pay attention to what you're giving your attention to. And or you could be dealing with someone like that during this upcoming week. So we shall see. Keep seeing cards flip, but here we go. Okay, so I knew that this felt familiar, and I don't remember who this was with. Causing pain for others will attract pain to me. So this, didn't Leo have that? So what's this talking about, Aquarius, is the flawed premise that your way of life is the correct way of life. Now, don't get me wrong, Aquarius, you are the sign of the future, so you can see things before they happen. You tend to take a liking to ideas and concepts way before the rest of the world catches up, okay? So, for example, I'm an Aquarius. I started reading Abraham Hicks way, way, way long ago, way before law of attraction was even a thing. And I remember her getting a lot of negative feedback from a lot of people because her message was before its time. Now people are in this state of acceptance of the concepts that she spoke about 30 some 20 some years ago, and now it's common knowledge, right? It's like we all know about karma. How many of us were talking about karma in the 80s and 90s? Not a lot of us, you know. But I can tell you, we are becoming more and more and more and more aware as we grow as a collective. So one of the flawed premises, though, is that the way that I live my life is the only correct way and is the basis of majority. So everybody should live how I live and they would be happy. Well, that's not exactly true, okay? Everybody's entitled to their own path, Aquarius. So remember that this week. Remember that this week. And don't judge other people who haven't come around to your way of thinking or your way of living yet, okay? Because a lot of the time you're going to be ahead of the curve, meaning you're going to start thinking a certain way before people are ready to accept that. So what you don't want to do is get upset with them, get angry with them because they cannot fathom what it is that you're trying to explain or say to them, okay? Or they cannot fathom the way that you're living, and how can you justify the way that you're living, because that's not normal. Well, what the frick is normal? You know, and why do I have to be normal? You know, you're gonna buck against that. But don't force people to also believe in what you believe in, because they don't have to believe in what you believe in for it to be true for you. They don't. And so don't waste your energy in trying to convince someone of that, Aquarius. Just simply be you, live your life, and those who are attracted to your energy that you have a message for will find you. Those people that are meant to vibe with you and be part of your soul group will find you. You don't have to you don't have to push so much, you know? Relax a little. You don't have to be this radical, loud voice, you know? Just relax. Be yourself. So you have the Strength card out. Then the Ace of Coins. I have a song in my head. The Snoop Dogg? Relax. I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Snoop Dogg, get dog. Y'all know I love rap. All right. So you have the Strength here, the Ace of Coins, the Emperor, and then the Swords. The Eight of Swords. I hate this depiction. This is the only card I dislike, and I'll tell you when the reading's over because I don't want to ruin the reading. But so Aquarius, this is all about that strength that I talked about. This is the strength of knowing of who you are and not needing to boast who you are, not needing to explain who you are, not needing to chase other people to get them to see who you are. This is just being who you are. Just being. And by doing that, here's the Ace of Pentacles. How about a new big old opportunity here? For some of you, it could be financial. For some of you, it could be commitments, relationships. But it's putting you in the driver's seat here with the Emperor. You know, putting you in this place of having some sort of control, or, you know, having this I wanted to say podium. It's podium. I guess it's being in this space where you have the platform to be able to, or the power to be able to sway. But I think that if you get too caught into your head this upcoming week, Aquarius, with the Eight of Swords here, and, trying to push that opinion or worried about what other people's opinions are, then you sabotage yourself. All right, so I mean, that message is pretty straight to the point. So, like I said, just don't get in the way of yourself this upcoming week, because there's a possibility here that you could do that. You could unintentionally restrict yourself from receiving this energy here, which is confidence and power. Honestly, you could be a power player or in a power position, or you just feel powerful for whatever reason, because this is all about that fierce, assertive energy. But let me tell you, if you go at something argumentative, you have literally shut down the channel of communication between you and the person you are trying to impact. So you need to really pay attention to your approach and calm the hell down, okay, Aquarius? And I say that with love. And if it's not you being this feisty, whatever, it could be you have somebody who really wants to impart their idea or opinion about life on you. It could be opposite, where it's somebody doing that to you. And have the confidence to stay emotionally controlled and just live your life. Let them believe what they want to believe. It's okay. So the person you're connecting with, what is their energy here? So they're going into the Three of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and then the Four of Pentacles. So this person is looking to, to make some progress here. They see, potential. All right. There could be potentially an opportunity between you and this person this upcoming week, but this person is also really, really holding on. Really holding on. It's almost like what's mine is mine, and that's mine, and this is mine. Or, it's that sense of, well, this is what my beliefs, or this is what's mine. And they're not letting go, okay? Whatever that means. They're not letting go. They're looking to the future, but they're not letting go. So that's in complete opposition. They look to the future and they see potential, and then they stop there. That's the problem. So like this person is using their imagination, so to speak, to look towards the future of the future potentials, right? That they want, and then they stop there. So there's something in this person that doesn't allow them, or isn't allowing them, to take the next step. Now you've seen it, you've envisioned it, you have the idea, but they're not acting on it. So it just stays as an idea, at least during this week. And it may be because they're not ready, or it may be because they don't know how to act. Because I got that. They don't know how to act. Or they're just not ready yet. They think they're ready. They're not ready. And why? Because they're still exploring what it is they want. There's still a part of this person that wants their independence. you know, but at the same time, they want to come together, I feel, or have a reconciliation if you're not with this person. So because they're still toying with in their mind what it is that they want to put their energy into, they can daydream all they want and imagine all they want and have all of these ideas all they want. But until they're ready to open up and put it into action, nothing's going to happen. And this person may feel stuck. Or like if they, some of them feel stuck because they have all of these ideas, but they don't know how to launch it, or they feel that they can't. But it's the belief that they can't that's holding them back from doing. Because actually, if they just put it out there, just open that door a little bit, then the energy would rush in to show them support, that they will get what they want, as long as they're coming from a well-intending place. And they are coming from a well-intending place. So, thank you for the super chat, Lily. That's what I have. I could keep going, but I'm not going to because I've been talking for forever. Yeah. But, you know, it's like this one closed off energy. Otherwise, they're completely open. They're looking, they see future potential. You know, they're open to new ideas. They are being supported, or they have support in their life. They have the self-sufficiency. And then this is the only thing holding them back. And that is the belief that it's not time, or they'd have to let go of something to gain something, or the belief of what's possible. That may really irritate you, Aquarius, if you're connecting with someone that you see all this potential in and they hold themselves back. I could definitely see why you would be like, okay, listen to me. You are not doing this right. Like some of you want to share this reading with someone, you know, and be like, look at this, dummy, you ain't doing it right. You know, but your reading, Aquarius, is to step back from doing that. They'll figure it out, you know, or if it's vice versa, you will figure it out. So you could be dealing with any of the fixed signs: Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio. Aries is out twice. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Hey, did you say something like that? I mean, I feel you. I get frustrated too. I get frustrated, especially when I like can see someone has so much potential, but they love to self-sabotage. I know at least one person in my life that I get like very irritated with, because I'm like, it's like you want life to be hard, you know? But I also know that that person is not open to hearing me, so I don't even bother. But that could be frustrating, right? When you can see clearly, you know, something, and that person can't see it, and you're like, listen, don't waste your energy. Not this week, anyways. All right, Pisces. Last but not least, Pisces. So Pisces, you have the 10th house of reputation here. Thank you for the super chat, Carmen. This is about career, responsibility, achievements, authority figures, your purpose, the patriarchy, your empire, and reputation. Which to me, I can't stand the word reputation, because who gives a crap about reputation? You know, well, they have a good reputation. Okay, well, anybody can fake a good reputation. You know, we see this every day, right? Also, reputation to me gives way too much energy, way too much power to other people's opinion, because reputation is built 100% off of opinion. So how reliable is someone's reputation? Only reliable as your personal experience with them. All right. So here's the card that came out. It says, I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. Okay, so this says when you consistently offer your thoughts about your future relationships that feel good while you think about them, that means you're consistently matching the desire that you've discovered you have lived in life. So again, that's going back to focusing on what you want, not what other people want for you. What you feel is good for you, not what other people tell you is good. And kind of leaving the opinion of others out of it. And all of a sudden I feel so nauseous. Whew. Sorry, I felt really hot and then nauseous. All right. So then you have the Nine of Cups here. The Queen of Wands. I don't know why, Pisces, you get the Queen of Wands in almost every reading. Some of you must have strong fire in your chart, or some of you constantly have this fire sign energy around you. All right, because it keeps coming out. The Hanged Man, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the Strength card. Man, that Strength card's come out for everybody, right? So, Pisces, there is like, you know, there is this part of you that wants to be, you know, like feeling like you're making progress emotionally. And this part of you that's very fiercely independent and confident. But then there's this other part that you question. You question yourself. You question whether your perception is correct, or, you know, what will people think, or how will that hinder or damage how people think or my reputation, etc. As opposed to focusing on, you know, your confidence and who gives a crap, you know, because it's a feeling of disempowerment. You disempower yourself when you go into that energy, and what you're looking to do is to become empowered. So this week there might be something that you feel you don't quite understand, and it's like disheartening to you, but at the same time, I don't want to say who gives a crap, because clearly you do, but at the same time you don't. So sometimes when life disheartens us, it's just simply a reminder of what we're worth and where our boundaries are. Okay, so I feel like, you know, you might have a disagreement here in how you see things versus another person or other people, but I feel like that disagreement only has life if you give it life, if you give it attention. Instead, you know, agree to disagree and move about your day, move about, you know, your life here. Because you're stronger than that, you're more confident than that. And it, like I said, disempowers you when you feed into that energy. All right. There is emotional growth happening for you this upcoming week, you know, as you discover more about what you're capable of. Okay. Some of you are discovering that the love you thought you had for a person, place, or thing maybe not be as what you thought it was. Like, you may have thought someone was in agreement with you, but it turns out they're in disagreement, or they're not aligned to who you are now. They may have been aligned with who you were then, but not now. So some of you are understanding that. So Pisces, I feel like this year for you has been about asserting yourself and emotional growth, and this independence that you have been craving, I would say, since December, January timeframe. This confidence. So let's see the person you are connecting to. What is their energy? Can I just say something too? I have not gotten out really negative anything. Usually in my readings, not that I never try to label things as negative or positive. It is what it is. But the intentions for most of the zodiac signs were pretty clear this upcoming week. So I'm really happy to see that as a collective, okay? And Pisces here, this person you're connecting with, they are in the world, the Three of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. So this person is questioning themselves. They're questioning things, okay? They are getting stressed out and stuck in their head and back and forth. And this person may be putting too much emphasis or attention on their reputation or the opinion of others, or you, or their reputation with you, okay? You know, and that has them questioning things, okay? I feel like this person wants to be in this place of being successful and coming together, having support, reconciliation for some of you if you're not with this person currently. Like, they want you to see them, Pisces, as this very reputable source of information and knowledge, and let me lay it down for you. And actually, I picked that up in your mid-June reading, to be honest with you. But this person questions what they question themselves. They question themselves. That has you questioning things, because you put a lot of confidence into that, maybe, or there's like some sort of disagreement here where it's like questioning things, you know? This person doubts themselves a lot. They may not show that to the world because maybe that's not in alignment with the reputation that they carry, but they do. The intention, though, is, you know, this person wants to feel successful and important, and they want people to support them in that, or they want your support in that. They want to feel support from others, okay? And when they don't get that, they immediately get into their head, which tells me, Pisces, that this person is placing too much weight into the opinion of others, or your opinion, and that there may be like a self-confidence issue here. You know, you're only worried if someone can ruin your reputation if you believe that your reputation is important. Some people live and die by their reputation. You know, these are like, people will literally commit suicide if they feel like their reputation has been tarnished. And I'm definitely not applying that to this reading. I'm just saying in general, that's how much weight people put into what other people think of them. You know, think about like famous celebrities that maybe fallen from grace or got caught doing something they weren't supposed to be doing, and they just cannot take the weight of that reputation falling. Well, what is a reputation? It's an idea. It's an idea other people have about you. But that doesn't make it the truth. So be careful what you give your power to. And it could very well be it's this person that's doing that. You know, this person that's doing that. And you see that, and that could make you doubt how confident they really are. You know, that they're concerned about the reputation or what you think about them and blah, 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 and all that crap. So it could be interchangeable. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be dealing with Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, the 10th houses, Capricorn, Pisces, another Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Aquarius. Yep. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I see. Keep in mind, it could be any zodiac sign because it's a general reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I'm literally losing my voice now. 2 hours and 46 minutes. Holy crap. Please check the timestamps when this is over. They're always in the comments below. Please be patient. Karma does her best to get them out as soon as possible. But they will be linked in the comment section. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. I hope you enjoy the messages. I find joy in connecting with all of you every week. And so I'm so excited the page continues to grow because that just means more people that I can connect with. So please do continue to like, share, and subscribe. And next goal, 90,000. We're going to hit it soon, right? Till next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.